Hello children, welcome to ADN classes where you can excel your academics. In this particular video, we are going to learn about the general methods for the preparation of bases or alkalis. Once again, general methods for the preparation of bases or alkalis. Okay, here we start from the basics topic. Okay, yes, so these are from the bases. The topic acid, base and salts, they know the second chapter, the first chapter, yes. So in that we have the second topic, that is concept, yes, the concept of bases. In that we have the subtopic, that is preparation of bases, or we can also say alkalis. What are alkalis, children? Alkalis are also called as soluble bases. Very good. Alkalis are called as soluble bases. Okay. Now let's start the session. Here we go. Yes. So we have 7 main methods for the preparation of bases, okay, or alkalis, let's say. So what are these? Let's see one by one, okay. So first one is by the action of oxygen on metals. So the action of oxygen will observe on the metals. Fine? Yes. So that by that process we can prepare a base. Now next one. The second one is by the action of water or steam on active metals. Once again, by the action of water or maybe steam, you know, aviri, that one, okay, or active metals, water, general water, neelu or aviri. In that state also you can make with the help of this active metals, on active metals, okay, fine. Now the third one is by dissolving oxides of highly active metals in water. Okay, you have to dissolve some oxides, right? Highly active metals in water. Okay, these are all the 3. And the fourth one, here we go, is by dissolving ammonia gas in water. That is a very simple method. Simply we'll dissolve ammonia gas in water, we'll get the particular base, that is ammonium hydroxide, we say, okay. And fifth one is soluble salt solution plus caustic alkali solution. If we add these two, what do we get, you know? We do get insoluble metallic base directly, and we also get a salt. Okay, this is all about the fifth method, general property. Okay, now sixth one is by strong heating of metallic carbonates. So we'll take metallic carbonates, we'll undergo strong heating, we'll get the base. Okay, now seventh one is by heating nitrates of metals from calcium to copper. Okay, we'll take nitrates, we'll heat them of the metals, okay, from calcium to copper in electrochemical series. In which series, children? In electrochemical series. Now we'll see one by one what is that. Okay, here we go with the first general method for the preparation of base, or we can also say it's alkali. Did you note down all the 7? Yes. Here we go with the first one, that is by the action of oxygen on metals. So how this oxygen is acting on the metal to give a base? Let's see now. See, a simple metal is taken, okay. For example, potassium. 4K means it's a metal. K means potassium. 4 in the sense, yes, number 4 means 4 such potassium, yes, elements, okay. So 4K plus O2. What is O2? Oxygen. Very good. Here it is there, no? Oxygen. Yes. Gives rise to K2O. What is K2O? K2O means, see, first we have an equation over here. Simple equation. By that you can derive the names especially. Okay. First one, let's see, no? By the action of oxygen on metals. Did you observe? Okay. So we'll add oxygen with the particular metal. Okay. So metal plus oxygen. These two are called as reactants because these are present towards the left hand side. Present towards the left hand side. Reactants. Okay. These are present towards the left hand side. Now, this metal and oxygen, they both react to give a products. What is that? Here we have only one product. What is that product towards the right hand side? What is that? It is simply a metallic oxide. Metallic oxide. So here we go with the metal, that is potassium, and oxygen. What is representation, children? Oxygen representation O and 2. This is potassium metal. Which metal? This is potassium metal. and oxygen, they both react to produce, to give a product that is called as potassium oxide. See, we have metallic oxide. What's the metal name? What is the metal name here? Metal name? Potassium, yes. So, we'll write potassium, and what is added to that particular metal? What is added? Yes, to oxygen is added to that particular metal. Here it is KNO. So, that's the reason we'll get metallic oxide. The sense potassium oxide. Very good. Okay, this is the example for the first method and the first example for the action of oxygen with metals. Okay, so we'll take potassium, we'll add the potassium metal, and for that we are adding oxygen. Very good. What we'll get? We'll get directly potassium oxide. Potassium oxide. Okay, now second example for you, we'll take copper, 2Cu. Cu means copper metal. Why the Cu name is copper? Why not Co is copper? Because we know Cu is having a Latin name, that is cuprum, right? Cuprum. But here we have to name it as copper. Cuprum is something, a Latin name for copper. Okay. Now we have copper metal, and for that we are adding oxygen again. What do we get? We get copper oxide. Very good. Copper 2 because of the ions children. Okay, Cu plus 2. And here we have 2CuO. 2Cu because we are taking 2Cu, no? Okay. And here we get 2CuO. There is also a name for copper 2 oxide, that is, cupric oxide. What is that, children? That is cupric oxide. Okay. So, these are the examples for the simple preparation from the oxygen with metals. Okay. By the action of oxygen with metals, we do get a metallic oxide, that is also a base or alkali. Okay. So, here we got potassium oxide and copper oxide, or also called as cupric oxide. Okay. This is a particular examples for that particular taken reactants. Okay, children. This is all about the first preparation by the action of oxygen with metals. Okay. Metals such as potassium and copper we have taken. We can take so many other metals too. Okay. So, what we will get, children? By the addition of oxygen, what do we get? To that particular metal, we will get that particular metallic oxide. That is a simple basic oxide. Okay. Basic oxide. Okay, children. Did you get that? This is the first preparation from the general methods of preparations of base. Okay. Now, moving to second method. What is that? By the action of water or steam. Okay. On active metals. By the action of water or steam on active metals. Okay. So, here we go. We are taking metal again. Metal and water or steam to give basic hydroxide or basic oxide, plus which gas? Hydrogen gas is liberated outside. G means gaseous form. Okay. Okay, we can write G means gas simply. Okay, G means gas. Okay. Did you get that point now, children? Here we have taken metal, and to that we are adding water or steam. What do we get? We get metallic hydroxide or basic hydroxide or basic oxide. Yeah, metal one only. Okay. And for that we are also getting the product, that is H2 hydrogen gas. Okay. Children, here we can observe hydroxide. Why? Because we are taking water or steam, no? Water contain the molecule. The molecular formula is H2O. Here we got oxygen as well as OH. What is that? What is that? Hydroxide. So, here water contains two, no, children? OH minus and H plus. Yes or no? Yes? Yes. So, here we can observe OH, which means we do get an extra, that is hydroxide. But before step, we just taken only oxygen. Did you remember? Before step, we are taking only oxygen. So, that's the reason we got only oxide. But here, we taking water, no? Extra H is also there. So, we will get hydroxide. Okay, children? Yes. So, here, the metals that taken for the examples are sodium and iron. Okay. Sodium. Na means sodium. What is the Latin name of sodium? What is the Latin name of sodium? Anybody? Who knows? Raise your hands. What is the Latin name of sodium? Because sodium is not written as SO, it is written as Na, capital and small a. What is the name? No idea. It is called as natrium. What is that, children? Natrium. The Latin name of sodium is natrium. Once again, natrium. Okay. Okay. So first we are taking sodium, and for that we are adding 2 molecules of water. Okay. H2O representation, water molecule. Okay. And what we get? We get 2 molecules of sodium. What is NaOH? Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Okay. And here we know we are getting extra, that is also called the gas, hydrogen gas. Okay. H2 and H2. We get all the products such as the oxide or else the basic hydroxide or else basic oxide with that of hydrogen gas. Okay, that is compulsory. So towards reactant side we have 2, what are they? Metals and water or steam. And towards right hand side we have 2 products, namely basic hydroxide or basic oxide plus hydrogen gas. Okay. Here in the first example we observe taking 2 Na plus 2 H2O gives rise to 2 NaOH plus H2, which means the first example. Okay. We have taken a metal such as sodium, including with water molecule, water or steam, maybe it varies. Okay. And for that we are getting what oxide? Is it oxide or hydroxide, children? OH means hydroxide. Very good. Okay. So sodium hydroxide and extra, that is what it is here. H2 means hydrogen gas. Very good. Simple. Now moving to next example, that is 3Fe. What is Fe? Iron. Yes, Fe means iron. What is the name, the Latin name of Fe then? Because Fe is iron, but the symbol is Fe but not Ir, right? What is the name of Fe, the Latin name? It is ferrum. What is that, children? Ferrum. Once again, ferrum. F-E-R-R-U-M. Ferrum. Okay. And to that we are also adding water molecule, 4 molecules of water. And to what do we get? We get, what is this? Iron oxide. Okay. What is this? Because there is no H, no? We should not write any hydroxide. That is only simple O4. Fe3O4. So what we will write here? We write iron oxide. Okay. What is this? Iron. And here it contains 2 Fe2, Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3 ions. So I'm writing 2 and 3 over here in the bracket. Iron oxide. Okay. Yes. Because why? Here Fe contains both. I'll write it here. Wait. In Fe3O4, we can write this as FeO dot Fe2O3. Okay. So here in this particular formula we have 2 ions. What are that? Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3 ions. That's the reason we'll write. We get both Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3 ions, cations. That's the reason I'm writing here 2, 3 oxide. Okay. And there is one more name for that particular iron 2,3 oxide. Do you know what is that? The mineral name of this is called as magnetite. What is it, children? Magnetite. And it is also called as black iron oxide. Also called as black iron oxide. Okay. It's also called as black iron oxide. Okay. These are the names for Fe3O4. These are names for Fe3O4. So what is that again? We are taking Fe, 3Fe plus 4 water molecules, H2O, gives rise to, in the presence of heat. Did you see the symbol of triangle here, children? Triangle symbol represents, it is undergoing action of heat. Okay. Fe3O4 plus H2, 4H2. Okay. Here the numbers 4, these are all for balancing, children, balancing the chemical equation. Okay. Don't worry for that. Okay. Here we have Fe3O4 as the particular basic oxide, but not basic hydroxide. Here it is hydroxide because OH is present, no? Here it is only O. So what do you write? We write simply oxide. Okay. Did you get that? Yes. Fe3O4 iron 2,3 oxide, also called as mineral name magnetite, also called as black iron oxide. And the liberated extra product is 4H2, which means it's a hydrogen gas. So point to be noted here, by the action of water or steam on active metals, we do observe the liberation of hydrogen gas. Okay, children, this is all about the second method for the preparation of base or alkali. Okay, here we moving to the next method, that is by dissolving oxides of highly active metals in water. Okay, reaction goes like this: oxide oxide of active metal. Okay, we are taking an oxide of active metal. To that we are adding water. Water formula H2O, very good. And to that we are also giving rise to an alkali solution. What is alkali? Alkali is something but a soluble base, that's it. Okay, and here we are taking oxide of active metal. To that we are adding water to liberate, to give rise to alkali solutions. Solution in the sense? Yes, you know, solution is a mixture of both solid and solvent. Okay, the mixtures of that. Because why? We are adding water, no? We do get a solution. Okay, children? Yes. So here let's take the oxide of active metal examples such as sodium oxide and also calcium oxide. Okay, I'll add names for you. Na2O. Na2O is named as, chemical name is sodium oxide. Okay, to this we are adding water. H2O means water. What do we get? We get 2 NaOH, 2 molecules of sodium. Come on, by this time you have to know all the names. NaOH is named as sodium hydroxide. Very good. But the previous slide you can have an idea. Yes? Yes, very good. So in the first example we have taken a sodium oxide, oxide of active metal. Yes, sodium oxide. To that we are adding water molecule. What do we get? We get 2 molecules of sodium hydroxide. Okay. Now, simple, no? Simple alkali solution, we got it directly. Okay. Okay. Now, the second example, that is calcium oxide. What is this, children? Calcium, CMNs? Very good. See, you have to know all the elements names to get an idea regarding the symbols. If you read the periodic table one by one with the symbols and all, you can have a general clarity regarding all the symbols, the names, so that you can write the specific chemical formula names by your own. Okay, try that without missing. Just do the practice of all the periodic elements and then you can answer all these questions. Okay, children? So, CaO is named as calcium oxide. Once again, calcium oxide. To this we are adding water molecule again. What do we get? We get calcium. What is this? OH twice. OH means hydroxide, you know. Because of the valency we get CaOH twice. Okay. Ca means calcium. OH2. Very good. Hydroxide. These are the two examples for the third method. By dissolving oxides of highly active metals in water. Okay, we are taking oxide of active metal. With that, we are adding water to get alkali solution. Okay, what's the first one? We are taking sodium oxide. To that, we are adding water to get sodium hydroxide. Next, we are taking calcium oxide. For that, we are adding water to get calcium hydroxide. Sodium oxide, sodium hydroxide. What is the name difference regarding these two, children? Hydra is differentiating right here also. Hydra is differentiating. Sodium oxide, sodium hydroxide. What is my extra adding here? Hydra, yes. The word hydra is adding here. From where we do get all these things? The word hydra is getting from the water molecule. Okay, hydrogen. What is this water molecule? Hydrogen oxide, no? You know the name of this? This is named as hydrogen oxide. The other name of water is hydrogen oxide. From that we got the name hydra. So we are getting the particular product that is called as sodium hydroxide and as well as calcium hydroxide. Okay. This is all about third method, that is by dissolving oxides of active metals in water. Okay. Highly active metals. Okay. Highly active metals in water. Now, next method, fourth method, are you ready? Yes, the fourth general method, that is simple one. By dissolving ammonia gas in water. Simple definition and the simple equation we have, only one. Okay, only one equation we have. So this is named as ammonia. NH remains. Children, what is that? Ammonia. To this, what we are adding? We are adding water molecule. Only one water molecule. So one ammonia, one molecule of ammonia, and one water molecule. What do we get? That simple process. What is that? NH4OH. What is NH4OH, children? What is the name? NH4 means ammonium OH. Wherever you see OH, it is a hydroxide, okay? It's a base, okay? Now here, hydroxide. Fine. This is the fourth method by dissolving ammonia gas in water. That's it. We will take ammonia gas. This is gaseous form now. I'll write G here. Okay, bracket G. Ammonia gas in water will get directly ammonium hydroxide. Simple equation for you. Okay. This is the fourth method in the general method of base.